Or good evening, everyone. I am Jovelyn Bainusroong, and I am here for the continuation of our presentation. So, my topic outline for this evening is the performance management model. Second is the success factors in implementing performance management. So, we all know that performance management is the process of ensuring and team effort to support the organizational objectives and to realize key stakeholder expectations and wealth creation in all identified value drivers of the organization. So, performance management is a system and process that link the organizational goals and strategies to individual and team performances so as to increase our effectiveness. And also, performance management is the way to get an overall grip on what should be happening at all levels of the organization and then measuring whether it is indeed happening the way we intended it to happen. So, our performance management model is consist of planning performance, maintaining performance, reviewing performance, and rewarding of performances. So, the performance management is a process of planning performance. So, planning performance is just saying that let's agree what you want to what is your expectations of me, no? So you have a performance measure for individual employees at all levels are jointly discussed and agreed during a one-on-one face-to-face meetings with the direct line managers. So this is the planning phase wherein the supervisors reviews the employee's position restriction, communicates the competencies, and you create goal and discusses them with the employees. So this will help us establish a mutual understanding of the performance and the behavioral expectations. Okay. Next is the maintaining performance. This is just the way of saying na you provide me with training and coaching. Yeah. You ensure that the company policies, the procedures, and the structures and management practices will enable and not hinder the performance of the employees. So this is the monitoring, the feedbacking, and the coaching and the mentoring sessions using the daily interactions or the regular interactions of the employees and the employer or the supervisor or the manager. And so, employees implement, execute their agreed objectives or key performance indicators. They manage their own performance, assisted by line managers who should aim at removing performance obstacles in the work environment and providing the necessary resources, training, and coaching. So, another is it's a process of reviewing performances. So, this is we assess on how the employee is doing and objective feedback accordingly. So this is where a formal feedback and weighting evaluating process is done. So in reviewing, this is where the supervisors will rely on multiple resources such as the self-evaluation of the employees, the notes created, and the customer feedbacks if there's available, and then the supervisor will meet and discuss with the employee. So in government agencies, our planning phase or our planning performance is on the sessions or the times when we are going to set our targets for the semester. So we're going to set it and it will be reviewed by our supervisors. And after which, the reviewing performance will be on the um, first week or second week of the month wherein the after the period of the kanang performance or of the plan, no? So say we have a kanang semi-annual performance management review performance review, so we have that an individual performance commitment review form for us to fill in, and then it will be the form also that will be discussed to us by our supervisors, no, kada siya IPCRF. Okay, so in reviewing performance during the formal performance appraisal, employees and their line managers will discuss and assess how well the agreed objective or the KPIs had been achieved and specified competencies demonstrated. So problem areas are identified and corrective measures put in place, and including possible coaching and training that the job holder really needs. Okay. So in rewarding of performance, the actual rating of performance had been achieved and competencies has been demonstrated. So the performance forms a part of the performance appraisal or review interview. So this will uh, give justice to or satisfaction and relief to the employees, no, so this is where the salary increases, this is where the bonuses, the incentives, and health breaks kana isa na siya sa mga rewards, mga health break na to, mga team building, that's one of the rewards of the organization to the performances of their employees. So reward me for my contribution materially and psychologically. So materially is will do increase and na siya promotion like that. And psychologically, that's one of the things that will boost our psychological aspect. No, so the management model, it consists of the performance management process, no? So the planning performance, this is where we set our objectives, we outline the development plans, and then we get the commitments of the employees. And in maintaining performance, this is where we monitor the performances, we coach, and we give feedbacks. And then reviewing performance, this is the formal review, and we assess against the objective because our reviewing process will connect to our planning performance because we should assess the performance of our employees using the objectives that we have set during the planning process. And so the rewarding of performance, that is links to pay, and then we should know that results is equivalent to performance. So another way to put it in a model is that from deriving our key value drivers from strategic direction and KPIs to determining and assigning individual objectives. Okay. And then the execution is from measuring and evaluating our performance against organizational objectives to reassessing our KPIs and adjusting our objectives to reinforce our strategies in the organization. So, and then we will have to move to reviewing. Okay. So, a well-implemented performance management process, it's very beneficial to the organization, to the managers, to the employees, so to the organization as a whole na gini siya. So what are we going to benefit from a well-implemented performance management process? So first, we'll have an open communication. Okay, so some of us may be hesitant to open or to ask questions or to ask for assistance from our managers or from our supervisors because maybe we would see them na kanang impression bitaw na to nga masuko ni si ma'am basta mangutana ko, no? So a well implemented performance management process will open the communication, no, and then it will entail to improving our performances, and then will result to additional trainings and developments, and that we will have a clarity of standards, we will have a placement of individuals, and then increase our objectivity. And then remunerations will follow, promotability, and the career planning. So it's very kanang enticing to have a well implemented performance management process because it will give us all these benefits that will also not only benefit for the company but benefit for us in the rank and file positions, because when you are in the rank and file position in a government owned controlled corporation, so you will have really some kanang what's this, kanang gamay nga motivation ra kaayo to do your job, because you do not have these things, no, the open communication, the improved performances like that. So how are we going, what are the considerations in selecting and evaluating a performance management system? So what should we consider, no, in selecting? So the level of employee participation and involvement, first one. Next, competency based. Then does this system focuses on both the what and the how of our result achievement? Does the process incorporate training? So is it from form driven, form lang ba siya, or real performance management good siya? No? So is linked to rewards and development, or is it generic and can it be customized to organizations need and culture? So our employees have different characteristics. So we have different cultures. So naiuban na empleyado that kanang it's hard for them to directly absorb the system. So it is very important that we have to select and evaluate the systems that we are going to use, no, in the organization. So it's very very kanang important to check on, or to really select and evaluate the kind of system that we're going to use in our organization. So what are those considerations or requirements, no, fundamental requirements to have that successful implementation of our performance management? So these are the success factors: relevance, link to strategy, clear job goals, up-to-date sub profiles, reliability, consistent measurement, and ability to discriminate between good and poor performance. Then we also have external factors should not influence our measurement: the practicality, the easy to use, understandable, manageable administration, acceptability, the perceived legitimacy and the involvement, and also the legal compliance, especially the labor laws in the organization. So these are the success factors in implementing our performance management. These are the considerations and the requirements. And so let me leave to you these words from Saura Nigam, a Vice President of Human Capital in Omidyar Network. So he said that a strong performance management system is not only helps in getting everyone aligned on the over-organization mission and goals, no? But also goes a long way in building a culture of trust and meritocracy. So a strong performance management system does not only align us in achieving our goals, in hitting our targets, but also it will build us a culture of trust. So we will have a trust to our employees that they are going to do their job well, and thus the employees will have a trust to the supervisors or to the management that they are going to support and to provide a motivational work environment, no, and the merits of course will follow. So every one of us has each kanang performances to play, or we have the role to play in our organization. Thus we should align it to the set objectives and to the company culture of our organization. So thank you very much for listening, and God bless us all. Keep safe.